What's up, everybody out there? My name is Devin if you are new here, and welcome back to my channel. Currently I'm sitting in my couch in my back room, and I was about to watch some Grey's Anatomy and read. And so, hold on, my hand is shaking like something awful. So I was about to watch some Grey's Anatomy and read, and then I was like, hold on, I can do this with you guys, you know? And I was like, what if I did this thing on my channel where every now and again I would just do a sit and read with me video. So like, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna read my book, I'm gonna watch my TV, and I'm just gonna record it and just kind of have it so that if you want to read along with me, or if you want to watch TV along with me, you can. I just want this to kind of be like something comfortable and kind of almost like we're sitting next to each other on a couch watching this. I'm going to try to make it as comfortable and cozy as I can for you guys. I'm going to show my little tree, you know, my TV, me snuggled up with a blanket back here, you know. And I just kind of want this to be like this like nice little comforting thing that I do like once a month or something on this channel. Because it's easy for me to film, and I feel like it's nice for somebody to just, you know, press it on their TV and watch it and not feel so alone, because I like to be alone but not feel alone. So I like to, you know, be back here by myself, but I would love to have somebody else there with me, but not necessarily bothering me, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna record it. It's gonna be a great time, and while I sit here and read, you guys can sit there and read too. And I feel like come in reading with me could be interesting, you know what I mean? I won't read out every word to you, but if something pops up, then I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was so good, I might read that quote to you or something like that. Like, I feel like it's just like a fun little intimate thing, and maybe it might get you to want to read what I'm reading. I'm currently reading The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox, and it's really good actually. It's like a very quick read. I've gotten through this much. Like, I didn't have much time to read today, but yesterday I read like that much in about 2 hours. So it's like a really good read actually. And it starts off kind of slow, and it kind of just takes like the same pace throughout the book, but for some reason it keeps you turning the page, so it's not like super slow, you know? I don't know, like I was like, how did I start at this point not really liking it to getting to this point where I actually really like it? So it's a really cute book. It's about these twins. One of them, I didn't really get a good description of the book before I read it, so here's one. It's about these two twins. One of them is Cass, and the other one is, I can't think of her name, Charlie. Charlie's the other girl's name. And one lives in LA, the other one lives in like this small town. I don't know where she lives. But Cass lives in like their small town where they were born, where they grew up, and she runs the bakery that their family has owned for like many years. And then Charlie, on the other hand, she moved to LA after she finished schooling, and she became this good, like, famous pastry chef or baker, pastry chef kind of thing. And so now she's on a TV show, and basically they switch lives, and they've obviously fall in love with other people from the towns that they're in, that the other twin has interacted with and is friends with, kind of. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna read this, and maybe you have this book and want to read along. I don't know. But yeah.
Boss, I mean, what'd you expect me to do? Look, slow time be changing bandages all day, and I would way rather be scrubbing in on one of your surgeries. And if you keep avoiding me, then I don't get to scrub in. So stop avoiding me. It happened. But it doesn't have to happen again.
All right.
All right.
Rumor has it you're headed back to New York.
Where'd you hear that?
Good news travels fast. Actually, let's manage to get a scrub in on the peripheral nerve reconstruction. Since it's your last day.
It isn't, and I'd love to.
What?
Well, I was going, but now I'm not. Rumor has it there's a race for chief.
Where'd you hear that?
Good news travels fast, especially when you have a chatty girlfriend. Anyway, see you at the finish line.
Have you done that before? Slice a guy's legs open while he's awake? No. Impressive. Me too. Not that we're friends or anything. So you said I should be concerned about George. He doesn't talk about his dad. We don't talk about anything really. Just fucking overrated. So you and Burke still aren't. George told me say you talked about that, yeah, a week ago. This keeps up. You and Burke might be the very last thing we ever talk about. So what's the last thing you and Burke talked about? Silence is overrated. Where's Rachel? She went to go make some phone calls. Try to get her shifts covered.
You know, Julie, your parents are still here.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one who called them.
Yeah.
You called them, right? And I'm guessing they had to buy him from somewhere, so you called them, what, yesterday, the day before?
I went to an ER a while ago, and they told me to see an oncologist. But I couldn't afford my rent, let alone pay a bunch of medical bills. But then I got scared.
You called your parents.
I didn't know what else to do.
You sent them away because...
Rachel's my best friend, and after she was baptized, she decided to leave the community. Which means she's shunned. But I couldn't just let her go out in the world by herself.
So you're shunned too?
No, because I hadn't been baptized yet. So I could still go back. But Rachel would never.
Do you want to go back?
I think about it. It's my home, you know? And if I'm dying, I want an honest funeral. I want to be buried in the white dress, and I want everybody to be there.
It's your home.
But we promised to Rachel, cradle to grave.
How did you let it get this far? It's frustrating, isn't it? It's entirely preventable and treatable if you catch it in time, but you've got to catch it. Which is why I want to open a clinic. If she'd had access to a free clinic, she probably would have had a pap smear every year and wouldn't be dealing with infertility and premature menopause at the tender age of 23.
You want to open a free clinic?
At Seattle Grace? Why?
Illness caught early means fewer unnecessary surgeries, fewer unnecessary deaths.
But I mean, why?
Because, and if I could get the support that I'm looking for,
I need suction.
oh my God.
What?
The tumor's invaded through the cervix and into the bladder, which means she's a stage 4. No, we're not doing this operation today. We've got to close her out. There's nothing more we can do here. Am I?
Just get out.
How far did he run before his body had the good sense to pass out?
12 miles.
You gotta be out of your mind.
Well, we couldn't have expected a head cold and a couple of aspirin to do him in.
Probably felt dizzy miles before he passed out. He should have stopped, sat his ass down. He was into wind. I can understand that.
You can you?
Surgery is the most competitive field in medicine. We're all here to win.
It's a long road, Dr. Yang. And when you get to the end of it, you're not gonna care about winning. You're just gonna be relieved that you made it to the finish line.
You told Sloan.
What?
Mark Sloan. You told him Chief was stepping down, that I wanted the job.
I didn't know that was a secret.
He was leaving, Meredith. He was leaving town.
Okay, and now he's not?
No, he's not. You gave him a reason to stay.
Derek!
The commitment I'm asking for is only a few hours a week.
I'm sorry, but I can't deal with any more distractions right now.
You owe me.
What?
You had that tremor. You cut me out of surgery after surgery. You made me feel like I was the one who couldn't do her job. You made me doubt myself. You owe me this.
You need someone who can provide leadership, direction to the project. I'm not that man.
Not anymore. That's what you want to believe.
Over the next few months, Jilly's gonna go through a lot. Radiation, chemo. It's likely her condition will get worse. A lot worse. And she's gonna need a lot of help.
Okay. Well, can you give me some names of doctors and medications? Because I want to be ready. I want to know everything so I can do this right for her.
Rachel, you can't be everything. It's too hard. Jilly has parents who love her. They love her and they're here and she wants to go home. No, she doesn't. She called them, not me. Jilly is dying.
But I promised her. Cradle to grave. She's Jilly. I love her.
It's possible that the very best thing that you can do for her, if you love her, is let her go.
Waiting to see the chief?
Yes. You?
Yeah.
About,
Oh, just admin stuff.
yeah, understood.
What are you doing here? We're waiting to see the chief. You too.
Yes, Derek. Both of us.
You're unbelievable.
I'm unbelievable. The chief steps down. You automatically assume it's between you and Burke.
You think he's gonna pick you?
Well, the fact that he hasn't tapped either one of you, that means that he's another candidate in mind.
What? No one invited me to the party?
Chief,
Stop. One at a time here. You. What's all this about?
Well, they all want to be chief. And for the record, so do I.
You want to be chief just because
What?
you want to be. All of you. I have had a perfect day. I went to the board this morning and told them I was retiring. I saved a life. And now I am off to see my wife. It has been a perfect day until you four fools tried to ruin it. A man can't be happy he's retiring around here. Not with you vultures trying to pick my bones.
Chief, you stepping down?
As soon as they found a replacement for me, I'm stepping down as chief of surgery. But I don't know when that'll be, because at this point I don't see any front runners. Excuse me.
Chief, that's not true.
You didn't think of maybe telling me this morning that you were planning to step down instead of sending me on this wild goose chase?
Dr. Bailey, you need those clowns to sign off on your proposal because one of them may be chief of surgery in a month. It's hard to imagine, for me more than anyone, but since you're not ready for the job, one of them's gonna have to do it for the next few years.
Me?
It's you in the chair eventually. That's who you are. But you're gonna have to get a new chair because you're short. You have short legs. But someday you are gonna be chief of surgery. I wasn't sending you on a wild goose chase. I was trying to get you in the habit of doing things without me.
He's really doing it. He's really retiring.
One of us could be chief.
No. One of us could be chief. You? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I could be chief.
You're delusional.
Mark Sloan, chief of surgery. That makes me vomit a little in my mouth. These are your letters of support for my free clinic. Sign them.
But why do you want this clinic so badly? You're a surgeon.
Because I need something more. I know you all have your messy love lives and your secrets and your silliness, but I want more. I need something to hold.
So I hope you enjoyed that little read with me session. Hopefully next time the one can be longer. But yeah, just read with me, you know?